Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Springtime, you know what that means. It's time to get your mower ready for the mowing season. So, on my unit here, I've got a Husqvarna RZ4824F. Mine came with the Kawasaki twin cylinder, 24 horsepower. So what we're gonna do is I got a kit on Amazon here. We're gonna change the oil, change the plugs, probably not change that fuel filter, but we'll change the air filter because it gets pretty gnarly. So again, links down below for that. So to get started, I'm going to start with gapping these plugs and make sure that they're correct. We're going to get some oil, and we're going to get, just having a look here, look like they're pretty close, but I'm going to get a way to drain it. You can see last time I wrote on there what size I need for the drain plug, which on my unit is right here. It's nice they ran a tube so you don't have to get to it hard, and then the oil filter is down in there. Plugs obviously are there. Air filter obviously is there. Let's get to work. All right, so we're gonna drain the oil out. So the 11/16 18 millimeter wasn't two sizes. You need 2 wrenches to make it work, and I'm gonna show you how right now. So you gotta hold it from rotating with one, then you gotta spin it with the other, right? Oh man, that sucker's tight. Guess I got it too tight last time. There it goes. Clearly did not want it to leak. Oh, there is an O-ring on that, so not much to worry about there. I'm gonna pull the dipstick tube. Should get it to drain out. Now we just gotta wait. It's gonna take a little while. All right, so while we're waiting on the oil, let's get some other things done. So we'll pop that open. We're gonna replace that filter. So what you need is a flat screwdriver. There's a clamp here, it's on the other side. Oh no, take that back. I should have looked first. There's actually just a wing nut. That looses that, as you can see there. So that's gonna make that easy, but you do have to finagle it out of there. So what I'm gonna do is we'll see if it'll bend enough, which it might. Just enough to get out of there. Wow, it's muddy under there. That's not very good. Got some soggy stuff in there. That's gross. Let's clean that out. Get that clean. Make sure you don't get any into your intake track here. Where I store this thing, it gets a lot of moisture. So anyways, now we're going to go ahead and put that in place like such, and then tighten down that wing nut. Make sure it's in all the way. You don't want any leaks. Get that cinched down, nice and tight. Bam, done. All right, next thing while we're waiting, we're gonna get that oil filter off down there. So we're gonna use a wrench and get on there and spin it counterclockwise and spin it off out of place. Okay, for this job, we're gonna use an oil filter wrench. I don't know if this one says the sizes on it. It doesn't. Some of them do, some of them don't, but obviously you want to use the right size one. If you guys have done this before, we'll just get that down on there. This one's nice because, there we go, because the handle pivots so you can kind of get at weird angles. So now that it's loose, this one's a messy one because there's nowhere for it to drain. So I'm going to grab a couple rags and put it underneath that real quick. All right, switching to a little different kind of glove for this one because this is going to be a messy one. So I'm just going to hurry up and start spinning until she comes off, because it's going to leak oil out, and it is what it is. There we go. I'll put that down there. Did that about a year ago at 554 miles, or hours. How many hours we got now? 584 exactly, so 30 hours. I don't know. How long do you guys wait in between oil changes on your units? I'd be curious to know. Okay, here's our filter. I put the date, how many hours are on this unit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fill this with oil and let it kind of soak into the paper element so you don't get a super dry start. Here's how I like to do it. So we'll just, like I said, I'll fill it up once to where it kind of overflows out the top, so to speak. Like such. That way you know there's a bunch in there. Get some of that oil, rub it on that gasket. That way you know it'll come off, you know, without being stuck on next time. And now we'll put it in place. You can just make out where it goes down in there, and you can see the oily mess that we've got going on. So, but it's not bad to reach. Yeah, it's probably going to leak a little bit out when you do it, but not much. There we go. Spin that sucker in place real quick. Then tighten it down by hand. I mean, you want it tight. You don't want to use a tool to tighten it. So there we go. There's pretty tight by hand. So that is done until next year. Now I'm just going to wait for the rest of the oil to dribble out. Still draining. It's pretty slow, as you can see. But I'm not in a rush, so I'm just going to let it drain for a while. I'll maybe pour a little bit of fresh oil in the tube and let that come out for fun, just to know that we're there. Google said the spark plug should be 0.03, so I did get them both gapped. They were a little bit tighter, which maybe not a bad thing, but it is what it is. So now we're going to pop the old plugs out. All right, you're going to need a 13/16 socket. I have a magnetic one here I got on Amazon that really locks in, so I really love that. Get that popped off there. There we go. Oh, might need an extension to get in here. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there's a very end thing is coming off. I don't remember if I did plugs last year. I want to say I did the whole kit just like I'm doing today because it's the same kit, but let's have a look at what these look like. I did run the mower to get to here, so I fired it up, drove it around my yard. Man, that's a long-winded one there. Yeah, it's pretty black, but we're going to go ahead and replace it, obviously, since we have a new one. So we're going to put the new one in the holder, kind of view where it's got to go, so you're not smearing it around on all the dirty motor. And we're going to crank that in. I'm going to get an extension to make this easier. Go switch the focus. It wasn't focusing where it should be. Go ahead and get this on there. That's a long-winded one. Okay, so there is a torque for it, but you can kind of feel there's a crush washer. Once it crushes and gets hard to go, then you're there. So make sure that end thing is screwed on good, which it is. Click. Moving on to the other side. Okay, here's the other side. We're going to go ahead and get that done. Get you focused in here. So sometimes a little wiggle like that will make those come off a little easier. Man, sometimes they won't. It's just a tough one. Okay, extension's going to be tough on this guy because of the angle. Might need a wobbly. Your mileage may vary depending on this bracket here. Don't forget, guys, links down below. That plug looks like it's burning better than the other side, which is weird. Thank you, buddy. Got my helper grabbing me the new plug. And look for the hole. And start. I see my fuel filter up there. I can't see in it very well because it's dirty, but pretty sure it's the original one, which is whatever. Okay, there we go. Grab our, I don't really like how, yeah, let me get something better. I don't like that. All right, so I grabbed a 7/8 wrench. I couldn't get a wobbly or anything to fit in there properly. So we're just gonna do it by feel like this. Again, you can kind of feel where that crush washer crushes. There, it gets hard. Again, there probably is a torque. I'm just not doing it. Screw that on. Okay, done. Waiting on the oil now. All right, as you can see, it has quit draining. So we're gonna go ahead and put the plug back in and start filling. Okay, so we'll get that drain plug, screw that back in there. Again, it has an O-ring on it, so you don't have to beef it in, you know, to 500 foot-pounds. We'll use our double wrenches again. And snug it up. There we go. Now let's add some oil. It says it takes 2.2 quarts. I think there's enough in here. I'm not totally sure. It actually feels like there might not be, so I might have to run to the store for extra oil. Oh, and it's leaking. That's pretty cool. Rookie hour here. Okay, once you get a bunch in there, you'll want to check it. So dipstick is clean. Put it in there, pull it out. I think it's just on the bottom, so we're going to need a little bit more. Okay, well, we got a little bit too much in. It's a little bit over the full mark, but we do have to fill the oil filter. So I'm going to fire it up, run it for about 10 seconds, shut it off, and then we'll check and see what happened from there. Never had that happen before. Choke. Pull the dipstick and check the oil level again. If it's still too full, we're going to go ahead and drain some out because that's not very hard. Yeah, we're over full, so I'm going to drain some out. I put a little bit too much in there, unfortunately. We're going to get it to where I like to have it about in the middle of the full range to above the halfway and be good from there. But now you know how to service your Husqvarna engine. Links down below, guys. Don't forget that. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you watching this. John VH, life out.